The trailer for Landman Season 3, Episode 1 opens with a feeling that something big has already gone wrong. The mood is darker than before. The oil fields look tense, the workers look worried, and the powerful people who once controlled everything now seem unsure about the future. And at the center of all this chaos is one person, Cammy. In the previous season, Cammy made choices that changed everything. She believed she could control the situation, control the business, and even control the people around her. But the oil world is not that simple. Every decision has a price. Cammy is finally starting to feel the weight of those choices. The trailer gives small but powerful clues. In one scene, we see Cammy standing alone, looking out across the oil fields. The wind is strong, and the place that once looked like a symbol of power now feels empty. This moment tells us something important. Cammy is no longer in control like she once was. For a long time, Cammy played the game like a smart strategist. She made deals, built alliances, and pushed people aside when they were no longer useful. But power in the oil business is never stable. The moment someone thinks they are untouchable, the ground begins to shift under their feet. And that seems to be exactly what happened to Cammy. The trailer hints that her past decisions caused serious damage. People she once trusted may have turned against her. Deals that once looked strong may have fallen apart. And the network of power she built may now be breaking down, piece by piece. But the most interesting part is not just her downfall. It is the direction she may be heading next. Because every time the trailer shows Cammy struggling, it also cuts to another familiar face. Tommy. Tommy looks different in this trailer. He appears calmer, stronger, and more focused than before. In earlier seasons, Tommy was often caught in the middle of chaos created by others. But now, he seems like someone who understands the game better than anyone else. There is one moment in the trailer where Tommy is standing near an oil rig, watching the workers as the machines move slowly in the background. His expression is serious, but it also shows confidence. It almost feels like he knows something others don't. This small scene creates a strong contrast. On one side, Cammy looks isolated and uncertain. On the other side, Tommy looks steady and in control. And this contrast raises a huge question. What if the person Cammy pushed away is now the only person who can help her? The oil industry in Landman has always been shown as a world where power shifts quickly. One day someone is on top, and the next day they are fighting just to survive. When alliances break and enemies close in, people often return to the one person they trust the most. For Cammy, that person might be Tommy. The trailer gives another small hint during a tense moment. Cammy is seen walking through what looks like a large office building, her face serious and tired. The camera moves slowly, showing that she is thinking about something important. Feels like she is about to make a difficult decision. And fans of the show know exactly what that decision might be. Going back to Tommy? But this would not be a simple reunion. Their history is complicated. Trust was broken. Words were said that cannot easily be taken back. If Cammy really returns to Tommy, it will not be because everything is forgiven. It will be because the situation is so serious that they have no other choice. Another detail in the trailer makes this idea even stronger. There is a very quick shot of an explosion near an oil site. Fire rises into the sky, and workers are running in panic. The moment is short, but it shows that something dangerous is happening in the industry. When the oil business becomes unstable, powerful people start making desperate moves. Companies fight harder, rivals push further, and the risks become much bigger. This could be the exact reason why Cammy might return to Tommy, not because she wants to, but because she has to. And if that happens, Season 3 could take their relationship into a completely new direction. Instead of being on opposite sides, they may be forced to face a bigger threat together. The trailer does not reveal everything, but the message is clear. Cammy's past choices have created a storm, and now she is standing right in the middle of it. The power she once had is slipping away. The people around her may not be loyal anymore. And the world she tried to control is becoming more dangerous. And in that moment of crisis, one name keeps appearing again and again. Tommy, whether she likes it or not. The road Cammy destroyed, maybe the same road that leads her back to him. The trailer for Landman. Season 3 does something very interesting. It does not openly say that Cammy will return to Tommy. Instead, it hides this idea inside small moments, quick shots, and silent reactions. But when you look closely at these scenes, a clear story begins to form. A story about someone who lost control of everything and now has to face the consequences. One of the first clues appears in a quiet but powerful scene. Cammy is sitting in what looks like a large office. The room is modern, but the atmosphere feels heavy. The papers are spread across the desk, and the lights in the room are dim. She's not speaking. She is simply staring forward as if she is thinking about a problem that has no easy answer. This moment may look simple, but it tells us a lot. In earlier seasons, Cammy was always active. She was always making moves, planning deals, and pushing her agenda forward. She was the kind of person who believed she could stay one step ahead of everyone else. But now, the trailer shows a different version of her. Instead of confidence, there is hesitation. Instead of control, there is doubt. This shift in her character is very important. Because when powerful people begin to doubt themselves, they often start looking for someone they once trusted. Another clue appears in a short scene that shows the oil fields at sunset. The sky is dark orange, and the machines are slowly moving in the background. Workers walk across the ground, but the energy of the place feels tense. It does not feel like a normal working day. It feels like everyone knows something bad might happen soon. Then the camera cuts to Cammy again. This time she is standing outside, looking across the field. The wind moves her hair slightly, and her expression is serious. It is not the look of someone who is proud of their success. It is the look of someone who understands that the situation is slipping out of their hands. This moment becomes even more interesting because right after it, the trailer shows Tommy. Tommy is standing in a completely different location. He is near a working oil rig, and several workers are talking behind him. The environment around him feels active and alive. Unlike Cammy's lonely scene, Tommy is surrounded by people who seem to trust him. This contrast is not accidental. The trailer is clearly showing two different positions of power. Cammy looks isolated. Tommy looks stable. And when a story shows two characters in these opposite positions, it usually means their paths are about to cross again. Another important clue happens during a tense conversation scene. The trailer briefly shows Cammy speaking with someone in what looks like a meeting room. We do not hear the full conversation, but we can see the tension in her face. The person across the table appears angry, and the mood in the room is uncomfortable. This could mean that Cammy's alliances are starting to fall apart. In the world of oil business shown in Landman, alliances are everything. Powerful companies survive because they build networks of trust and shared interests. But when one deal fails or one decision causes damage, those alliances can break very quickly. And when they break, the person who made the risky decision often stands alone. That may be exactly what is happening to Cammy. The trailer also shows several fast scenes of trucks moving through dusty roads, workers shouting near machinery, and security vehicles arriving at oil sites. These moments suggest that the industry itself is entering a dangerous phase. Something bigger than personal drama may be unfolding. Maybe a new company is trying to take control. Maybe rival investors are pushing into the territory. Or maybe the financial pressure on the industry is becoming too strong. Whatever the reason is, the result seems clear. The oil business in Season 3 will be more intense and more unpredictable than before. And in situations like this, experienced people become extremely valuable. That is where Tommy comes in. Tommy has always been shown as someone who understands the ground level of the oil industry. He knows the workers, the risks, and the reality of what happens outside the fancy offices. While others focus on big deals and power moves, Tommy focuses on survival and smart decisions. This difference may be the key to the entire Season 3 story. If Cammy's power network is collapsing, she may need someone who understands the real world of the oil fields, someone who can guide her through the chaos that her own choices created. Another powerful hint appears in a very quick scene where Cammy is walking through a parking lot at night. The lights are dim, and the place looks almost empty. Her walk is slow, and her face shows clear stress. This moment feels important because it suggests that she may be running out of options. When powerful characters begin to lose their support system, they often return to the one person they once pushed away. Not because they want to admit they were wrong, but because survival becomes more important than pride. And that possibility makes the trailer even more exciting.